Hey everyone, welcome back to another Godzilla Battle Line video, and today we are talking about Gamera as a leader. Our previous video was Gamera as a unit. Now we're going to be going over him as a leader. I'm going to read you out his stats. Then I'm going to, you got some gameplay on the screen. One of them is freezing, but that's just a leader ability. Don't worry about that. We're not going to spend too long talking about that thing. And yeah, so let's get into it. First things first, Gamera as a leader. Health is pretty good. Attack is pretty good. Pretty standard for most 4 stars. Nothing really too crazy to write home about. He's got a long reach. His attack speed is 1.9 seconds, just like his unit form, which is a really good time, especially for a single target attacker. And he has a wide search range. He can hit really far away. His ability that he uses, or not ability, the way he attacks when he's a leader is he shoots a fireball out. The search range is pretty far, so he can really just find an enemy from a mile away and hit him. I think he hits Kumo. I don't know about that. I think he hits Ultraman. Basically, if a unit is super far away, there's a pretty good chance Gamera's going to hit it. So, decent stats. Let's take a look at that leader ability. Fireballs. Love the name. Fireballs. Simple, straight to the point. Energy cost 3. Cooldown 90 seconds. 90 seconds is the standard, is pretty much the standard cooldown time for a 3 energy cost ability. I really like it. Let's keep it as that. Deals 300 damage and knockback to enemy units in a fan shape and increases the damage taken by aerial units. It says on the aerial, but that means it should be like in the air by 50% for 20 seconds. So, this ability is a mixture of Mechagodzilla 1993 and Mechagodzilla 2021. Mechagodzilla 93 knocks enemies back. Mechagodzilla 21, he grounds flyers, which means your ground-based troops that can hit flying units can hit flyers. Gamera makes it so flyers take 50%. I don't think they take 50% damage. No, it does. It says increase the damage taken by enemy areas on the battlefield by 50% for 20 seconds. So you're letting your units hit flyers for 50% more damage. That's at least how it reads, and it's pretty good. Overall, though, I do enjoy the knockback capabilities of his attack. You're like launching units super far away. The video, for some reason that I've downloaded, is super choppy and is like kind of lagging out when the units get pushed away. I don't understand. But they get sent back a considerable amount. It's kind of crazy. I really like that aspect. It's 3 costs, it's 90 seconds. You could get it off a few times in the battle, probably like 3 times if you're quick about it, maybe 4. I think 3 though is probably safe. I like being able to push the enemies away. It gives me time to take a breath. In my deck, I'm struggling to use it because my deck is kind of expensive, and if I allocate 3 energy to push people away, I might not have the energy for Destroyer or Earth. That being said, you might be running a much cheaper deck than me. This might be really good for keeping some of those enemies away, especially on like London. Keep them away, drop your Bylante, have a good time. So pushback is pretty good. The damage down to flyers is also real, or the damage taken to flyers is also really good for 20 seconds. That's a long period of time. My main problem with this is the same problem that I have as him as a unit, where as a unit he does 25% damage to extra damage to flyers. Here he's doing 50% when the ability is active for 20 seconds. There's not a crazy amount of flyers being used. That's the problem with him as a unit, is the units that he's meant to counter are not seeing as much play as they used to. We're seeing a lot of units like Earth, GMK, 4th Angel, Gigan, Kamen Rider. Gamera is now on the field. Destroya, Shin Godzilla, Jet Jaguar, the Kamacuras. I'm seeing Godzilla 89s with Gigans. So Batra is kind of falling out of favor. Fire-Rodan is seeing play, but is not being as widely used as it used to be. Mothra Leo is in pretty much every deck, and the 10th Angel is on the rise, and Mothra 2019 is on the rise. Sometimes Destroya is flying. If more flyers become meta-relevant in the future, this will be a good ability. This would be a counter-meta ability. I think that Gamera as a unit and a leader is a bit future-proof because of what he can do to the flyers, where if a flyer ever becomes too unruly in the meta, if you have a high enough Gamera, throw him into your team as a leader, and you're going to be able to easily take them down. Throw him in as a unit on your team. You're going to be able to do some pretty good damage against them too. I don't think this is going to be a meta-relevant leader right now because there's not really a ton of flyers. I do like that you can push units away. That's pretty good. But if you want to push units away, you could always just run Mecha Godzilla 93. Not the best leader, but is a 3 star, so you probably have him closer to level 30 than you do Gamera to 10, right? Especially when Gamera is no longer rented. Also worth noting, I tested this. Gamera's leader ability does not affect flying leaders. At least it doesn't appear on the screen, because you can see when I pop the ability here, that Batra gets a defense down symbol. I tried it against the enemy Desigadora. It did not appear on the screen as the debuff, and I couldn't really tell if the damage I did to the leader was the 50% extra. So either it's not working and it's supposed to work, or it's not intended. It's not mentioned here that it affects leaders, but there are other abilities in this game that affect leaders, and it doesn't specifically state it affects leaders. At the moment, I'm going with that it doesn't. Is Gamera meta? No. Is Gamera a good leader? Yeah, he's alright. Do I recommend you use Gamera? To complete the missions for Gamera for the cosmetics, sure. Outside of this season, after he's not rentable, if you've invested a lot in him and you can't really find a healthy place for him on your team, I don't think he's a terrible choice as a leader. I don't think he's an optimal leader. I don't think he's terrible. Same thing with him as a unit. Not terrible, not optimal. Overall, as far as being a leader goes, and as far as being as a unit, but this video is about leader, so I'm going to stick with being a leader. He's fun. He's a good leader. He's got a good ability. I just don't think it's as meta relevant as, let's say, G89 doing 50% damage or 50% damage boost to your guys, or Kamen Rider freezing the arena, Eva 01 deleting 80% of all the health bars of the enemies, Kiryu removing 90% of the health of whatever it touches. Those are all really good abilities. This is not that. But if your opponent's using a lot of flyers, or flyers become like super meta, this could be pretty good. Only time will tell. The kid is at least future-proof to flyers. So unless he gets a substantial nerf, he's always going to be your flying counter. Him and Kamen Rider will do work. So that's what I got for you on Gamera as a leader. I hope you enjoyed this Godzilla Battle Line video, and I will catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye.